John, huge news broke this morning.
What's up?
Huge news.
Okay.
This deal that the UFC did with Paramount. See this?
Dude.
This is massive. And it's so massive. And I'll tell you why. It's going to get a lot of people.
Yeah.
Paramount is great for Paramount Plus, and UFC is going to start to get new people on board with this sport again. Paramount is the new home of the UFC in the USA. They acquired the rights for $7.7 billion over 7 years. It starts in 2026. The best news for fans: the PPV model is dead. All of the events are part of the regular subscription, including. Great, thank you. It's gone now. UFC is going to Paramount and CBS 336. Dana White confirmed the move in a post on Instagram, saying it puts UFC among the biggest sports in the world. He said the historic deal of Paramount and CBS is incredible for UFC fans and our athletes. For the first time ever, fans in the U.S. will have access to all of UFC content without a pay-per-view model, making it more affordable and accessible to view the greatest fights on a massive platform. This deal puts UFC among the biggest sports in the world. The exposure provided by Paramount and CBS networks under the new structure is a huge win for our athletes and anyone who watches and loves this sport. Paramount confirmed both the length and cost of the deal in the news released Monday. While the average annual cost of the deal is $1.1 billion, the payment structure is weighted, with Paramount paying less money early in the deal. The deal is only for UFC's U.S. rights. Paramount is interested in buying the international when they become available, it said in Monday's release. It's a bold new step for the UFC. Under the new deal, it's ditching the pay-per-view model. All UFC events, including 13 number shows and 30 fight nights, will be included as part of a normal subscription with Paramount Plus. Select number events will be simulcast on CBS. Under UFC's previous rights deal, premium events could be viewed via pay-per-view. Fans looking to watch events under UFC's current rights deal need to own an ESPN Plus subscription and pay an additional $80 for premium UFC fights. That model will continue through 2025, so any fan who wants to watch 319 on Saturday will need to go through that process. Starting in 2026, all fans will need to watch UFC events in a subscription to Paramount Plus. So this is the surreal moment for me.
Okay.
I broke this news to former UFC welterweight champion Matt Serra this morning.
Oh, wow.
Very surreal moment for me where I told him a UFC thing, which he thought he was great too. I think he's going to talk about it on Filter today when he does it with him and Norton. This is going to make me probably the UFC fan I used to be back in the day.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons I stopped watching this, I was like, I can't get invested because I'm watching this and I'm not paying $80 every single time. I just can't do it. I'm not following the sport the same way that I used to, but I have Paramount Plus. I have it. It's like, okay. And in the same way that I'll probably become less of a WWE fan, I ain't paying another $29 a month for ESPN. It's the stupidest decision they ever made. They're doing the opposite. Oh, they had a great deal on Peacock. I loved it. That's essentially what they're doing. They have the Peacock deal now. That's what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's very smart. I think it's going to get a lot of people over. I agree that it's going to really turn the sport into something even more special than it is. And it is also going to make Paramount Plus a player in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you get huge influx of cash with a billionaire coming in to buy your network. You have the ability to make these big decisions and make these big deals. And there's no way they weren't negotiating all of this while they were waiting for the merger to finally be approved. Of course they were. Whatever you want to say about it, they did. Because you don't make this kind of deal overnight. You know, there's a lot of particulars for this stuff.
Right.
I think this is very smart. I love that they said that the pay-per-view model is essentially dead. What are you going to watch, boxing or something like that? And which I think needs to end as well. Because that's the way you bring people into the tent. And there are other ways you can make money if you get a lot of people coming into the tent to see your product. And people nowadays are spending so much money and they're working multiple jobs. They want something that is friendly to them. So you say, I pay one fee for a month. I get all these movies plus UFC. That's great. And it's just, as you said, with Peacock, I get all these TV series, these movies, and I get to see WWE stuff. That's awesome. ESPN is a little different. I think if you already have an app if you already have cable with ESPN or you have YouTube TV with ESPN, there's no extra charge. But if you don't have ESPN in any way, shape, or form,
I have it though, but I have it. I thought from what I was told, I have it through the bundle. And I heard that
you should be fine for the WWE. Yeah, the $30 is for people that don't have ESPN in any way, shape, or form, and they have to buy it separately as a $30 charge. And so that's the difference there. Because some people just want to buy specific channels; they don't want to buy a whole package. So ESPN, to make it a little bit friendly, is
this is
saying
what-
you have the package already.
But check this. So Haskell said ESPN bought the NFL Network, Red Zone. Also, the new deal with WWE's for their pay-per-views and other content. ESPN Plus is not part of the bundle, though.
Yeah,
ESPN
well,
Plus.
part of the bundle. You're right, because I pay. Well, I guess I should say I pay separately for ESPN Plus, so I
Oh,
have.
yeah, right. So I only have regular ESPN in the bundle.
But
So I'm not
ESPN
gonna
Plus
get
is only like $70 a year. It's not that much, I don't
But
think.
apparently, it's another $29.99 or something.
Right.
It's not going to be part of the bundle.
Right. So,
So
but it
I'm not
doesn't
getting
start immediately. So you could, I think you
Right.
could still get it and then kind of be grandfathered in.
Uh,
I don't know. But
yeah,
either way, this is a smart move all
Very,
around.
very smart.
Yeah, because
Very
sports
smart.
is it. Sports is it now.
Yeah, I started watching Unreal last night. Actually, it's really good.
Hmm.
Do you like it?
Yes, but I'm 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
But I can also, dude, you've worked in it for a
Sure.
year. Yeah, so you know where they're kind of fudging stuff
They're
and where
painting a
they're
picture. They're painting a picture. It's reality. Reality TV is not reality.
yeah, I know. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
what I thought was fascinating about it is that you get you get the process, right? Because
Yeah,
because
100%.
because when I was working there, and what's funny is that Ed Koski is highlighted a bunch of times in the beginning too, and Ed was there when I was there. He's been there a long time, and Ed was one of the guys. He was really nice to me. I remember Ed when Ed popped up there. I was like, oh, Ed's there. Ed was one of the people who he was very cliquey there.
Yeah,
very cliquey.
no,
I know. Ed was very welcoming. Ed was a very welcoming dude, and I'm glad that he's still. I mean, he's crushing. He's still there. And I didn't want to say this on air, but I guess I will anyway.
Okay.
Bruce Pritchard's a turd.
Yes, he is.
He's a turd.
Yeah.
He was a turd to me. He was a dick to me. He was a dick to me, and I don't know if I've ever said it before. He was a real dick to me, and he was a dick to that guy that was in the Unreal thing.
Yep.
Like when the guy was like, they're putting on a match, and he's like, tell him to go home. He's trying, and he's like, I don't know. I saw him. He did the same shit to me. Yep. Like I remember, like he was a dick. He was a dick to me, and I was like a 23-year-old kid. He was a real dick, and he's a dick to everybody else. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything about it, whatever. I was like, no, you know what? I didn't like the way he treated that guy. I loved what Regal did and the way Regal did afterwards. But Bruce Pritchard's a dick.
He's always been a dick. It's pretty much, it's you've heard so many stories about him, and if you watch that Vince doc, he really comes off like a massive prick.
He is. He's a dick. I'm telling you, he was a major asshole to me when I was there, and he hasn't changed at all. He was just the same way when he showed that how he was to that guy. And he's like, I don't care, whatever. It was overbooked. It was overmatched. Like, no, asshole. That match was awesome. That match was not overbooked. That match played perfectly, but because you wanted to be a dickhead and show and emasculate him in front of everybody.
Yeah.
It's the Vince way of things. He sucks.
Well, he's that little dog that dances around the big dog, and he's always been protected by the big dog, so he thinks he can act like the big dog. We've all met people like that. We've all known people like that. That's who Pritchard is, And
he was always, dude. I'm telling you, he was not like Paul Heyman was phenomenal to me. Yeah. Brian was phenomenal to me. They were all. He was like Michael P.S. Hayes was just he was the old kind of vet that didn't no kid who cares about. He didn't really pay me any attention, but not a dick.
Earn his.
Pritchard was a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's jealous of all the new people that come in because he sees them as threats. We've also worked with people like that. So
anyway, so the deal with UFC is a good deal. I think it makes sense. I think Paramount makes out the winners here. So
this is going to get me to watch more UFC because I have Paramount Plus, as you said at the beginning of this segment. Like, I can't wait to see more UFC now because I was not going to pay $70.
I can't pay that.
Fights I don't want to watch.
No. You know what? You know who else is going to be really happy that this is happening?
Who's that?
Vegas.
Oh yeah, and Vegas needs it. Jesus, if you see the numbers coming out of Vegas.
The apps and everything now are the betting apps are going to lose their minds. This is probably a huge deal because the amount of people now they're like, oh, okay. I'm sitting there. Oh, I got this in my subscription. Sure. I'll watch it. Sure. But anyway, what do you guys make of this deal? Put the comments in there. UFC, Paramount. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Oh man, I'm so glad to finally talk to you guys about Cash App. I've been using Cash App forever, and now I get to talk to you guys about it. Don't worry, it's very easy, fast to sign up. Do you even know how much interest your money is earning you in your bank account right now? Well, let me tell you some stuff. Cash App can do way more than you think to make your money work for you. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn up to 4% annual interest on your savings. There's no hidden fees, no minimum balance requirements. Also, you can hit your saving goals even faster by turning on the Roundups feature on your Cash App card with Roundups. Every purchase you make using the card is rounded up to the nearest dollar. and that spare change is automatically put into your savings. Don't let your money sit around and gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of high interest savings on Cash App today. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code and earn some additional cash. For real, just download the Cash App, use our exclusive referral code Kristian in your profile, send $5 to a friend. Within 14 days, you're going to get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosure.